We've all heard enough and more statements, right? People are greatest assets. Henry Ford's very famous statement: take my factories, take my money, take everything away, but leave me nothing but my people, and I shall rebuild Ford Motor Corporation in 4 years' time. Right? Beautiful statements. Richard Branson: success in business is all about people, people, and people. Warren Buffett: the success of any company ultimately depends on its people. All the big boys have been talking about people, right? And look at some others.
Of the company, the first and most important product of every company is your employee.
All large organizations that are successful have CEOs that go out of their way to communicate with their employees because the biggest asset they have are their employees.
How Murthy always believed employees are our assets.
If you were to ask a business leader or a company leader, what's your most important asset? They may struggle to say what that really is. They may talk about their product or their customers. Actually, their most important assets are their employees.
Our employees are our greatest asset. They are living the premium experience each day and delivering it to our customers.
I gotta tell you, this goes to all the people in the organization. They truly are what makes this company go, and I'm very blessed and fortunate just to be part of it.
I think most of us here in the room would say we're in the spatial business or perhaps the solution business, but really we're in the people business.
I'm sitting on this stage right this second because people are the only asset in business.
I often say that 95% of my assets drive out the front gate every night, and it's my job to make sure they come back the next day.
It's so beautifully said. 95% of my assets drive out of the gate every night, and it's my job as a CEO to get them back next morning, right? And we've heard enough and more of these statements. So on one side, we all say that people are greatest assets, though in HRNXC, when we talk about assets, we said they're not greatest assets, they're asset creators. And when we look at entrepreneurs or CEOs, actually they're asset creators. But look at what's happening, right? Whenever downturn happens, whether it's COVID or any crisis happen, this is what's going on. Layoff and layoff and layoff and layoff and layoff. Whether it's under the garb of restructuring or under the garb of performance or whatever it is, but massive layoffs happen. The first thing that corporates or owners want to do, and obviously therefore HR is assigned to do that, is cut the fat, right? On one side we're talking about cut the fat, but look at what's happening on the other side, right? Which is about finding the right talent. All right, we've been, we work with over 800 companies, and every company, whether CEO or founder, owner, chairman, or HR people that we speak, their issue is, I'm not getting 140 crore people, 1.4 billion in the country, about 17% unemployment in the country, but still everybody is facing the same challenge: finding the talent and finding the talent and finding the talent. We are a talent company, HR company, but we face the same issue all the time. All right, and therefore, greatest assets, layoffs, but still issue of finding the talent. Right? So therefore, we thought it would be interesting to talk about that instead of the knee-jerk reaction of let me fire my people, let me cut the fat, and let me just become more lean, right? Because I just want to show more profits to stakeholders or whatever it might be, right? How do we convert this fat into muscles, right? Let me quickly introduce before I get them onto the stage. Right, starting with Dr. C. Jayakumar. I know most people will know him. Been in the industry for 35 years. I think most of his life he's spent in L&T. He is the Executive Vice President and Head of HR for Larsen & Toubro Limited. He's generally called as CJK. He's an alumnus of Madras School of Social Work, XLRI, and London Business School, with a specialization in leadership and HR management. He also holds the LLB and a doctorate from University of Madras. 35 years with L&T. Obviously, he has headed different companies of L&T before he became the corporate head of HR. He's a renowned speaker at national and international levels, advocates a culture of excellence, innovation, diversity, and empowering individuals. He has been recognized, this was very interesting when I was reading his profile, recognized as ETHR's world's top 50 HR thought leaders, top 100 people manager by Great Manager Institute in 2023. Now this is a very interesting one. Most people get this award post their retirement, but he's got while he's at work. He's got an HR Lifetime Achievement Award from FICCI. Right? I only hear of Lifetime Award after people retire and so on and so forth, but look at that. And also from Economic Times and People Business in 2021. He has led L&T to the best employer in 2023 and most preferred workplaces. He also serves on the board of various associations like HRD, NHRD, AIMA, CII, National Committee on Leadership, and also SPJ. Dr. Jayakumar, welcome. Thank you very much for being here and sparing your time. Our second speaker is Dr. Sujata Sudhindra. Dr. Sujata Sudhindra is the head of HR for Aditya Birla Finance and also head of diversity and inclusion for Aditya Birla Capital. Right, Dr. Sujata is an MBTI practitioner, postgraduate degree in industrial relations, hold your breath, several more degrees coming. She's also an MSc in applied psychology and a PhD in psychology from MIT Business School. Right. She has over 3 decades of HR, though she looks much younger than what her profile says, obviously. Right, and renowned, and she has worked for companies like Procter & Gamble, SSI Technologies, ITC, and Fortis Healthcare. Dr. Sujata has been pivotal in driving Aditya Birla Finance growth and has played a key role in which includes integrating talent assessment data and succession planning. Right, over the years, her responsibilities include partnering with business to address their strategic needs, ensuring capability building and nurturing teams. She's also one of those social media buffs, right? And the reason we invited her that she will tweet or X, I don't know what it's called now, our summit all over and probably become more famous than what we are. Thank you, Dr. Sujata, for being here. Our next speaker is much taller than most of the other speakers. His credentials are obviously certainly taller than him. Vikram Bector, who's the executive president and group CHRO of Piramal Group, Piramal Enterprises called. Right, very interestingly, MBA in marketing and finance, not in HR, like most people will believe. He's also a certified human resource executive by HR Professional Association Canada. Over 3 decades of HR transformation experience with companies like Reliance Industries, Tata Motors, Deloitte, Satyam Computers, and Aditya Birla Group. My first interaction with Vikram was when he was heading Gyanodaya in Aditya Birla about 15 years back or so. Right, Gyanodaya is one of the premier institute in management and leadership, which is Aditya Birla Group's corporate leadership institute. He's currently leading HR transformation for Piramal Enterprises on a global scale, whether it be in US, Canada, UK, India, Sri Lanka, and so on and so forth, and is known as a trusted advisor and a credible performer with a light touch. He also is expert, not very many HR professionals you will find, but is also an expert in mergers and acquisition and has led various change initiatives across cultures and geographies. The recent acquisition of DHFL that was during COVID time, Vikram, right, by the Piramal Group was the first successful resolution under the IBC Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code ruled in the financial services that he was part of. He also been presented ASGD International Conference in San Diego at the Global Learning Summit in Singapore in 2013. Thank you, Vikram, for joining in. Our next speaker is another Vikram Tandon. He's the Group Chief Human Resource Officer for Adani Group. A seasoned, again, 3 decades, all of them are 3 decades plus, and I feel that I have some company with 34 years myself. A seasoned human resource professional with over 3 decades, right, who's led change management in various companies that he has been. He's an XLRI alum, but also holds certification on leading change management and innovation from Harvard Business School. Before Adani Group, he has worked for organizations like global brands like HSBC, American International Group, Inchcape, Dubai, and ANZ Greenleaf Bank. He was the past president of NHRD Network Mumbai chapter and has been recognized as one of the top 10 HR leaders in India by Startup Lanes. His expertise lies in thoughtful management of the intersection of strategy, talent, and organization culture, with extensive outcome in organizational effectiveness, talent management, succession planning, and leadership development. Welcome, Vikram, to the summit. Thank you very much for joining us. May I have all the speakers on the stage, please?